Hey everybody, happy Thursday. So if you're keeping track at home, this was the kickoff to Mardi Gras. Not that I keep track at home, but I know Fat Tuesday was Tuesday, Ash Wednesday was yesterday, and we are now in Lent. So I think that's how it goes. Pretty sure it's how it goes. Anyhow, thought I'd get on and say, hey, it's been a minute. Really a lot going on. So had a couple procedures, nothing serious. They're just preventative. Well, one of them's preventative. One of them's the old dude thing you got to get done when you get about to be about my age. And they do them every 5 or 10 years. So you can draw the conclusion on what that is. Did that on Friday, not bad. And then Monday, and the reason I'm not smoking a pipe right now is I had a gum graft for the second time on my lower right. So this one is not near as bad as the first gum graft. The first one, he took a lot from the top of my mouth and made this huge bumper down there basically. So he was able to pull tissue off of that bumper and actually fill in this little spot. So I didn't have to take anything off the roof of the mouth, which is fantastic. But still can't really smoke, or not supposed to at least, until at least the pre-op appointment, which is next week. Tuesday, I believe, to get the stitches out. Not supposed to have carbonated beverages, but I am following the rule on no straws. Struggling on the no spitting. You know, I'm 50-50, so I guess maybe I pick my battles, but I think smoking would be a little over the top. So today's Mrs. Buckeye's birthday, so we'll do something this weekend. Sent some flowers to work, so that was good. She got those already, so that was good for her birthday surprise. Then we'll go do something this weekend probably. Project due for my MBA class, which is coming along nicely. This will be the last project of this class. Then I'll have 4 classes left, and I will be done. So March of next year, this time next year, should 100% be done with this MBA, which cannot wait. And hopefully I didn't waste a bunch of money on a degree I'll never use, but that is a possibility, candidly. It's a beautiful day in North Carolina today, low 80s, so it was 44 when I went to work this morning, so I had a pullover on, and I just took the pullover off, and we'll go without it the rest of the day. So, you know, I wanted to talk a little bit today about something that kind of punched me between the eyes yesterday. Got me thinking. You know, when you get old Buckeye thinking, that's not good usually, because weird things, you know, I think of weird stuff. This stuff that I'm going to talk to you about now is not weird, but it's cautionary, right? I want to caution you on something. And that's, don't let your work condition your thought process. And here's what I mean by that. You're probably saying, well, what the heck are you talking about? But here's what I mean by that. I'm going to give you an example. So a usual day for me, I get up about 6:15, and I roll right out of bed, and the first thing in my hand is my work phone, and it's right to the emails, and I start working. I personally consider that the start of my workday. I get it. I'm not in the office, but I'm reachable. I'm doing work on behalf of the company. I'm responding to email. I'm planning. So I'm working in my mind. And in reality, though, really, you know, if an hourly teammate were to do that, or an hourly associate were to do that, you would really have to pay him, because that is company work. So you get where I'm going. I'm working as soon as I get up. Most nights, I feel good to get out of there about 7:30. I feel happy. So yesterday, I'm like, you know what? We're in decent shape. I'm going to leave early. So I left about 6:15, and it felt in my mind and my body like, wow, I'm getting out early today. Do you pick up what I'm saying? Do you see what they did there and how they conditioned me? I have been conditioned to feel like working a 12-hour workday is getting out of work early. How stupid is that? On what planet is that make sense? But that's how employers trap you, right? So be careful of that. Is they'll work you long hours, long hours, long hours, and then when you I felt a little guilty leaving. I'm like, oh, I'm leaving early. I'm a little guilty. Why? It was a 12-hour day. What's to feel guilty about that? There's nothing to feel guilty about that about. So, oops, sorry about that. But that's how they trap you and condition you and change your mindset, right? So that you accept that anything less than a 13, 14-hour day is getting off early. Woohoo. You know, less than a 60-hour work week's a short week. That's baloney, man. And tell you what, it woke me up yesterday. So I'll be leaving earlier as things get better. So, you know, and I'm already pushing back. I'm not doing all these extra weekends. They can go to hell. And my mindset and attitude, and a lot of what you guys have told me is, hell with them. If they don't like it, let them fire you. And that's really where I'm at with it. If they don't like it, fire me. I don't care. I'm not working your extra weekends. I'm not working your super long days. You know, I've got a life and a family and things that I want to do. And I'm not going to let you run me and work me until I'm dead. You know, I read a great quote on LinkedIn today. And this guy is the CEO he's a very progressive kind of guy. But I like some of his thought process. And his thought process today was, don't feel guilty about calling off sick work one day. They could basically go to hell with the perfect attendance awards, because, you know, you'll wish you have taken that day off when you have a heart attack at 45. And that was kind of eye-opening and kind of aligns with what I'm talking about today about don't let work condition you to believe that you don't deserve something, or that you're taking advantage because you only worked a 12-hour day. That's horse manure. So I'm going to continue to push back. I'm going to continue to work shorter days. And if they don't like it, guess what? Find somebody else. And the problem is you can't find anybody else. You've been looking to get extra leadership in this facility for months. We've had the trans manager position that I'm doing, 2 jobs, my job and the trans manager position. That job's been open over 7 months. So no longer am I in fear of losing my job. So, and if I do, there's a million other ones out there I can get pretty quickly. If this job's local, I tend to like the people. I tend to like the company. I just don't like this particular location, if that makes sense. This location's kind of a turd hole. Just is. Has been for 20 some years. And typically in logistics, in my experience, is when you see warehouses that haven't run well for many years, it's usually many, many years they haven't run well. I could think of one in Virginia that Walmart owns that has not ran well probably for 30 years. And it typically, if it's not a good run warehouse, or it's never been, it probably may never ever be, unfortunately. And some of that, I'm convinced, is due to the local labor that you pull from. The labor around here is atrocious, man. We're hiring the unhireable. Is what I tell the team every day. And QVC, that was the big retailer here that burnt down in the area. They got 2,000 people. We're gonna get 10% of them. We're gonna get their 200 best people. Well, I'm here to tell you, their 200 best people aren't nowhere near as good as some of our worst people were. So we're bringing all this into the building. Theft is on the rise. All kind of craziness is on the rise. We had a fight the other day. 2 ladies threw cases at each other and went to fisticuffs on Friday night, last Friday. I mean, that's the kind of crap that's going on. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Nobody wants to work, wants to call off. And now the new trick, you know, if you're into tricks and you work an hourly job, the new trick is, if you don't want to work a 40-hour work week, you can go and get your doctor to put a work restriction on you. And the doctor will say, can work no more than 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours a day. So I have probably 100 people in this facility that have work restrictions, and a lot of them are 8 hours. So basically what they've done is shape their life around working a 40-hour workday, and have the doctor sign off on it, whether it's needed or not. And in most cases, in my opinion, it's probably not. But they're sick of working 50, 60-hour workdays, which I don't blame them, or 50, 60 hour work weeks, not days, which I don't blame them per se. So this is what they do. Is the trick around here is just to go get an FMLA and get on a work restriction. Now that only works so much because all that time tracks against you, right? And you only get 12 weeks of FMLA a year. So, you know, if something were to happen to you or you burn up all your time, you could find yourself in a real pickle. So it's a slippery slope to do that, but it is a loophole that people have been known to take. The folks that like OT have their doctor write them for 10 hours. That way they know they're going to get about 10 hours of overtime. They're going to work 50 hours that week and get 10 hours of overtime. The thought has crossed my mind, to be honest with you. And it's as easy as walking into your doctor and telling them, hey, I can't work, you know, these work hours. Here's my job. This is what they're asking me to do. I guarantee you I could go to I promise you, I could go to my doctor at my appointment next week and I could tell her exactly what they've been working me and the hours they've been working me and the stress they've been working me. And due to the condition she treats me for, I could promise you I would walk out of that office with a work restriction without question. At least an 8-10 hour a day work restriction. I'm not going to do that. Never have thought about that. Well, I thought about it. Wouldn't do that. It's not in my DNA. It's not in my work ethic because I know I don't need it, right? If I felt like I needed it for my health and well-being and I needed it to be healthy, I would absolutely do it. So don't get that twisted, right? I'm not picking on folks that use FMLA because there are a lot of legitimate reasons. People have migraines, people have other reasons that they take time off work, and they're very, very legitimate. But I know in my mind, this would be just me, you know. Now, yeah, I mean, you could argue the stress and the anxiety they're putting on me and causing on my health is a legitimate reason to do it, but I'm just not wired that way. So at least not at this point. But we'll see if things don't get better. So I've really been pushing back hard on a lot of things, challenging people more than I've ever challenged people before, doing things I just want to do because I'm going to do them. I'm sick of waiting for people. I'm sick of, you know, us talking about stuff and nothing happening. So I'm just making it happen, hiring people, doing whatever. And I'm not asking for forgiveness or permission. I'm just doing it. I'm tired of talking about crap for 2 and 3 years and nothing ever gets done. So I'm just going to do it. And if again they don't like it, then there you go. Fire me and I'll be on my merry way. That is not the goal, folks. Again, I do like the company a lot. I do like the people I work with for the most part a lot. I just don't like this location. So anyhow, that's kind of the rant on this side, and I really did not expect to go 13 plus minutes. So if you watched it, appreciate you. Thank you very much for that. Try to switch hands here. So I hold the camera with different angles and make you motion sick. I'm sorry. But that's what's going on in beautiful North Carolina. Beautiful day today. I'm going to try to get out of there early, about 6 o'clock tonight. Still not early. It's still 12 hours, but just an interesting thought on conditioning your thought process. So, and you could do some of that too. You can condition your own thought process as well, to think something is a certain way. I'm a firm believer in that. Anyhow, here comes the fire trucks. They're probably going to drown me out. Y'all take care of yourselves. Wash your damn hands. Hopefully next time you see me, maybe I'll have a pipe going. Got a few new pipes in that I'll show to you next time I jump on. And be well. Be well. Again, wash your damn hands. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.